Hey guys, this is Eddie here at Viewing's RV Center in Grand Rapids. What I have for you today is pretty exciting. This is going to be the first video that we've made on a 2023 OPUS OP15. This is an off-road overlanding camper, and I'm going to show you some features that make it that way. We'll check out the inside. It's going to be considered a hybrid camper just for towability. So you'll see up on the top, it is going to basically expand to give you higher headspace when you do go inside the camper, and I'll show you that space when we are in there. And then off the back, you'll see there's a manual. It's almost like a slide, but it's just an extension to give you a king bed in the back, just to make sure that you and your family are fully comfortable when you guys are camping out in the wilderness. So like I said, this is going to be an overlanding camper. So up front, first thing that makes it that way is you are going to have this 360 hitch. So they're going to give you the actual you'll have your receiver on your vehicle and they'll give you the actual hitch for it, but it all goes into this, basically this coupler, and then it's basically going to be a 360 rotation. So no matter what terrain you are on, no matter what roadway you're going down, you're going to be totally fine paired with the suspension on this. But let me show you. Here is a parking brake. So instead of having wheel chocks, you are going to have basically a parking brake. So when you get to a site and you do unhook from your vehicle, if you are on a bit of a decline, kind of like we are right here, so the camper's facing a little bit forward, there's a little bit more weight on the tongue jack, you can pull that handbrake and you're not going to need wheel chucks or anything. It's going to keep you stationary and in place. Right here is just going to be basically like your wheel on the front. It's going to be where basically all the pressure is going to. It's your tongue jack. So what you can do is you can basically just pull on a few of these levers and completely rotate it up so it's sitting lengthwise down the chassis. But it is an awesome awesome addition to this. It's their Extreme Off-Road 750 series by ARC. Heading down this side, you are going to have your refrigerator. So you'll notice that it is an outdoor fridge. Do not have a fridge on the inside, but the cool thing about this is it is 12 volt. It's a 12 volt Dometic, and you do have independent zone control. So you can have this as a fridge, or this as a fridge, or them both as freezers. Whatever you want to do, you can kind of make those adjustments on your own. And since it runs off of 12 volt power paired with the 300 watts of solar on the roof, it'll keep that bad boy running nice and long. So with the off the grid kind of package that this has, of course you have your 300 watts of solar that are going to be on the roof. And if I go to the front, you'll be able to see a little bit of them. There we go. You can kind of check them out up there. So 300 watts of solar. You are going to have 3 100 amp hour AGM batteries, just to make sure you can do a little bit of extended camping. Of course, you're going to have air conditioning, you're going to have a furnace, you're going to have basically everything that a typical camper is going to have, but it just basically dials up those features. Down here underneath, let's check out the suspension. So you're going to have, you'll see that you don't have an axle basically. You're going to have independent trailing arm coil suspension. So this is going to ride like a dream when you're going down the road or going down some rough terrain. Basically, those wheels are going to adjust either way, and you're basically going to have a nice towing experience. With those off-the-grid wheels, off-the-grid rims, those alloy aluminum rims, it gives it a nice aggressive look and gives you more capability. This will actually just be a fold down for counter space, so it's literally just counter space, just to give you an idea of it. You do have the dual pane acrylic windows, which are awesome. They will have night shades and also bug screens, which I'll show you when we get inside. This is going to be basically a pantry space. Since your kitchen is all on the outside, they wanted to make sure you had lots of storage on the outside, but this will pull out nice and far, so whatever you need to bring to the campsite, whatever you want to cook with, you can fit it all in this outdoor storage bay. Then that'll just lock into place. And check even out the latches on this bad boy. This thing's awesome. Full outdoor kitchen. So with that, you are going to have this extendable counter space off the side. You're going to have a 4-burner cooktop where you're putting your utensils. Right there, all built in. Of course, you're going to have drying racks, and then you have a sink out here. This is just going to be some extra storage space for whatever you might need while you are out camping. And then that's some storage for basically all your tubes. You're going to have some plumbing that goes out here. You are going to have some connections for your gas that actually leads to the outdoor cook space, but that just gives you an idea. Heading to the back, you are going to have 2 full-size spare tires. They are mounted off the back, and they are still going to have those aluminum alloy rims. And then here's a big rear window. So this is the expandable portion of your OP15. So just checking that out, it is sweet. And I'll show you how big it gets on the inside. But let's pop in and check out the 2023 OPUS OP15. So right as we head in, the floor plan that they make for it is you are going to have bunks in the front, some storage down below, of course, your bathroom, your wardrobe, some seating space, and then you do have a king bed in the back. But look at this, dude. This is huge. For something that's only about 5,000 pounds, this is a huge, huge space. So with that in mind, this carries about 63 gallons of fresh water. You are going to be on extended trips. You are going to be in the middle of nowhere, so you want to make sure you don't run out of fresh water. And this just gives you all of that capability. Just a view of the bunks up front. There's going to be your bamboo table that will go right in your dinette space. Something to note of all this light wood color, this is all real bamboo. And they do have really solid latches on there because you are going on some off-road terrain. You want to make sure you have a nice latching mechanism so your stuff doesn't open up and fall out, but that is all real bamboo. So it's just an awesome thing that they did to make this super durable and last you a long time. So of course your bunks, your privacy shade, there's one of the first latches that where you can pop up this tent and lock it into place. In the back, you will have one more. Windows all about this campus area. So you can kind of see them all carved out. I believe there are 12 windows in total altogether on this thing. So you will get so much airflow. Here's the blackout shades, as I mentioned, which will go up like that. And then your bug screen can come down and then they just go up on their own. But all these windows, all the dual pane acrylic ones do open, just so you know, just so you can get an idea of the airflow that you will have. Of course, your king bed in the back, so it's just going to give you a ton of sleeping space. You want to feel comfortable when you are on the road, and it is not too hard to set this thing up. Basically, you're going to fold up the roof, kind of like that, and then you'll fold out the sides, fold out the sleeping space, and then that back wall just attaches and connects to all the latches on the outside. But this thing is heavy duty. Of course, you got a little TV, which can swing out and about. Tons of storage space for drawers, clothes that you're bringing. You can just hear the latches as I open it. Even your pantry's pretty tough, but look at this thing. All real bamboo. And then here is your wet bath. So last but not necessarily least, you want to make sure that you can shower when you are out on the road. So you do have your full wet bath right here, and it's really nice finishes. And you do have a vent fan on the inside. So like I said, this is just a quick walk around. There's a lot more cool features that I didn't get to cover. This is a brand new 2023 OPUS OP15. Again, this is Eddie at Vierinks RV Center in Grand Rapids. We're going to be one of the only people that has one of these in stock. We do have one available. You can give me a call at 616-965-9625. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll catch you on the next video.